I'm so excited. We can finally have on the man, the myth, the legend, Alfa Romeo driver, and F1 great Valtteri Bottas. Valtteri, thank you for joining us this morning. How are you?
Thank you. My pleasure. I'm all good. Thank you. Actually, having my last kind of work day before the F1 summer break. So, been in the simulator this morning, and we'll continue this afternoon. But all good. All good. Ready for a break.
So, what does a break typically look like for you? Are you traveling? Are you kind of staying home and relaxing? Are you going on any adventures? What are you going to be doing the next few weeks?
Just initially tonight, I'm gonna fly to Finland. Gonna see the family for a couple of days. But then actually, I'm flying to US on Friday. I'm gonna go to Colorado, try and find nice rivers to swim in and stuff like that. So.
Let's use that as a segue to talk about you and rivers and swimming. I know that you spend time in Colorado sometimes to mountain bike. And
yeah, do a lot of cycling. Yeah.
And sometimes when you're cycling, it gets hot. So you decide to jump naked into a river, and then a friend takes a picture. Whose idea was it to take the photo, and then whose idea was it to make a fundraiser for charity?
Yeah, that's pretty much how you explained it. It goes, but it was actually, the idea was, I don't know, we just quite often we just take photos like of different situations, but actually it was Tiffany, my girlfriend, who took the photo. Because yeah, me and Paul, we were having swim, my friend Paul Ripke. But then in the evening, I was just scrolling through the photos of the day, and I was like, that's actually quite artistic photo in a way. So then I just decided to post it. Just no text, nothing, just post it because I thought it was quite funny and so on. But then I saw the reaction the next morning, like, wow, it was had like, I think, record amount of views and likes and everything. So then Paul Ripke came up with the idea that we should do like a limited 24-hour edition of the prints and do it for charity. And that's what we did. And it was pretty popular.
So, Spencer, you have two of those. Am I right?
I do have two of those because I bought one. Well, yes, I bought one, Valtteri, but then someone decided at the same time that I needed to have one. So now I have two photos of your butt in my house. And I'm not really sure what to do with it. Maybe hang one on either side of the door as you come in. I'm not sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll let you figure that out, but that's pretty cool. Yeah,
I also saw the video of you handing the poster to Lewis Hamilton. Was that also your friend Paul's idea, or did you think of that?
I think that was my idea. I think, like, because there was one interview that he said something about the picture that he actually liked it. So then in the next race, I thought would be fun piece to make would be to give one to him, but he was happy. So
I'm going to cheat a little bit and ask two questions at once. You, like us, are drinking coffee. You are a fan of coffee. One, you're going to the United States. Does our coffee suck compared to coffee in Finland or Europe? And then two, what's the best coffee on the F1 circuit?
Number one, no. Of course, in any country you can find bad coffee in any place, but if you know the places to go, absolutely no. Like there's many good roasteries and coffee shops that I'm more than happy to like recommend, and every place pretty much in the US I've been, I always in the end found good coffee. So that's a no. And then sorry, I already forgot the number two.
Sure, number two on the circuit, yeah, on the tour, on the F1 tour. Who's got the best coffee?
When I have my own beans, then we do at Alpha. But actually,
BYOB.
Like I'm part of this coffee roastery in Finland. So sometimes I carry some of the beans. So, but in my motorhome that I stay in the European races, I always have like a proper espresso machine and my own coffee. So I think that's the place to be if you want to come for a coffee. Is my motorhome.
So would you say that there are some places on the circuit with not very good coffee, so you have to make sure, because I read that coffee is part of your pre-race ritual. You drink a certain amount 45 minutes before you race. So you have to make sure that you're drinking something that's at your quality. Is that right?
Yeah, our team has like good baseline, coffee. It comes from not like an espresso machine, but it's actually a good one, and they use some good beans. So I've got my sources sorted in the paddock, but obviously, yeah, some race locations is more tricky to find the good stuff. So that's why I have my own machine always.
Valtteri, what has the adjustment been this year with the new regulations, the new car? How has it different, and how has it worked out for you? What's been good and what's been bad?
What's been good, that the whole F1 grid in terms of the teams and the order has kind of been mixed up a little bit. So I think that's quite refreshing for everyone to see, a bit different teams, but in the front, different winners. And the racing is good. I feel like every race is pretty entertaining, even like from driver's point of view. I feel like it's always good competition, and it's hard to predict what's going to happen. So that's nice. And for me, what's worked out is the change of teams. Definitely, I'm enjoying it a lot. It's quite different environment in terms of the amount of pressure I have and everything. So I would say, yeah, I'm enjoying F1 at the moment a lot. So I really struggle to see many negatives compared to last year.
So you have a new teammate this year, Guan Yu Zhou. What is the difference in being the more experienced driver now on that team versus with Lewis Hamilton when he had won so many championships, and so I'm sure the dynamic is different between the two of you. Have you found yourself being more of like a mentor for him or anything like that?
Yeah, I found out I'm the old guy now. It's that's how it goes. Because it's like, yeah, my teammates first season, rookie season, so naturally he seeks for advice, and yeah, now it's my 10th season in Formula One, so I think it comes quite naturally. My role in the team is a bit different, and I do have a bit more say on things than that I used to in the past. And also, we are a team, and I want my teammate also to score points. So of course I try to help him. So yeah, the team spirit is really good, and Joe is a super nice guy and quick learner. But yeah, my role definitely is different. I never could step up, example at Mercedes against Lewis like I wanted really. So it's different, and I'm enjoying it, and becomes naturally as I'm getting old.
That is interesting to me, Valtteri, because you say that if you are the senior driver, there's less pressure on you. I think people would be surprised to hear that, as opposed to being the number 2 guy. You're saying there's less pressure as the senior driver, as the first driver.
For me, it's really motivating, and it's really refreshing to be in a different kind of situation. And yes, for some reason or another, I do have less pressure. Of course, I feel like I have what's the word, like responsibility in a way to deliver and push the team and try to do my best. But at the same time, like for this year, I had to kind of reset my expectations and goals. So almost like that there's only things to win, not much to lose, based on how the team was performing, in the last couple of years. So it's yeah, that's just how I feel. I feel less pressure, and maybe it's the environment of the team, and everything is quite nice.
Yeah, I was also going to ask, going into Spa, going in after the break, I don't want you to think past your vacation right now. I don't want to hurry you in your off time, but you do have the Belgian Grand Prix down the road. What makes Spa so different? Spa was interrupted by weather last year. That is a constant variable there. You're always going to have rain at Spa. It's longer. what are the challenges for you as a driver at Spa that are different?
Always the weather. It's unpredictable there, and actually I think it's the longest track on the calendar, and how the landscape is there. Quite often it can be raining on one side of the track and the other side of the track can be dry, so it's always that element. But what is really cool with the track is how many like high-speed corners there is. It's like really fast and flowing track, and like a big elevation changes, and that just makes it really enjoyable and almost feels a bit like a roller coaster in a way. And because from TV you can't really see the elevation, but it's actually quite a lot, and it's really, really cool. And it's another iconic Grand Prix that I really hope it stays in the calendar.
Your birthday is also the same day as Spa this year, is that right? Do you have any
That
plans
is
to celebrate?
correct. Yes, on Sunday, yeah, of the Grand Prix. It's my birthday. Hopefully it's a good race, and then I can have a beer for my birthday.
So, well, while you're in the United States for the next few weeks, you said you're going to be doing some cycling. Is that something that you think helps supplement any of your Formula One training, or is that just a fun hobby you do in your spare time with your girlfriend?
For sure, it's the one way to keep fit, and it's good for your cardio, and it's good training. And for me, it's also cycling is because it's so different from driving a car. Is for me kind of a stress release as well, way of trying to disconnect and think and do other things than just racing. So it's kind of a hobby for me. But I'm doing this gravel race in Steamboat Springs during the break as well. So it's like another target for the summer break. So it's nice to have always like other things to do and other goals as well, rather than just trying to win races in a car.
I was going to ask about your second job, because your first job is as an F1 driver, but you have a side job as a support person for your girlfriend. And when she's cycling, I saw the video of you handing off the water bottle. You work on that. What else do you do as a support crew member? Are snacks important? I'm asking a lot of questions here, but I'm curious because it looked like you had practiced that.
Yeah, I have practiced it. I've done quite a few races as a supporter, and I've handed out quite a few bottles. And you need to know the technique. You need to be able to spot the right rider. I enjoy it. It's good fun, and at the same time, I try to film myself. So try to have the right angle and everything. So it's other jobs while supporting is, I don't know, I guess with a team, try not to be annoying guy. Just try to like be at the background and respect her sleeping schedules during the race, because I could stay up all night, but I think she needs to kind of sleep if she wants to perform on the bike. So yeah, just try to like follow her things more and less prioritize myself. I think that's the best you can do, and be present. I think is important when you have a chance, is to even just to be there.
Spencer and I are both. I currently live in Miami, and Spencer went to school here in Florida. So we have to ask what your opinions were of the first Miami Grand Prix. Was it your first time in Miami? Did you like the circuit? Did you try Cafecito, the famous Miami coffee? Like, what were your thoughts on all of that?
I really liked it. It was pretty wild, actually. The whole Grand Prix weekend, the atmosphere around the track in the city was great. Lots of people, and I thought it was a great Grand Prix. And I even got some points from Miami, so it was not a waste of a trip, which is nice. And I've been to Miami a couple of times before. There used to be normally between the race in the US and Mexico. There was a couple of occasions I went to Miami for like 5 days. So I like it. I really like, especially the Miami Beach area. It's really, really nice, and lots of good coffee shops. I did find good like small roasteries, and I didn't recall the name you said about the what was it?
Cafecito. It's
Cafecito.
Cuban coffee. It's basically like a pound of sugar in coffee, and you drink it out of like a little shot cup.
Okay. I don't do sugar with my coffee, so probably that's why. But yeah, good coffee I had in Miami, and had a great weekend, and I'm sure next year is going to be even bigger.
Valtteri, listen, do what you have to do today, then disappear for the next 3 weeks. Okay. Don't get lost in the hills of Colorado, and we'll see you at Spa. Thanks for talking with us. This was a pleasure.
Thank you. It's my pleasure. And yeah, enjoy Miami and see you somewhere.
Thank you. Post lots of pics from your trip, though. We're excited to see them.
Yeah, let's see what I post this time. Stay tuned. Maybe I turn around on the other side.
More Valtteri Bottas for the walls of my house. Thank you.